Hvar boltinn? Þetta hann. A full turn, right? Welcome to Grapevine's Newscast. It's Monday today and it's raining, so we found a forest with less raining basically, but a lot of things have happened. Very dramatic development actually. We finally have opened the borders. Sorry, we finally have decided to open the borders on 15th of June. On Friday, the Prime Minister of Iceland, Katrín Jakobsdóttir, she announced this, and she also said that tourists are going to have to pay for tests. But the interesting thing is that, like we've been saying like now for 2 weeks probably, it will be free for the first 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, it will cost 15,000 Icelandic krona. I didn't do the math of the euros, but in dollars, this is $113 for the test. But the thing is, this is controversial. The Association of the Travel Industry Association, they have criticized this, saying this is way too high. We could be charging like 3,000 or 4,000 kroner, which is like $20 to $40. So, but people are saying, well, like the politicians say, like, well, it's not that much. This will probably not change everything when it comes to tourism, yeah. But the thing is that there are problems. Although Decode is going to help doing these tests, which means they can do very many tests per every day, and the returns are very quick also. But there are actually nurses decided to strike. Our nurses in Iceland, they had a referendum this weekend, and 85%, almost 90% said that they want to strike, and the strike would start on 22nd of June. So this means if the strike will happen, they will not strike a deal, the testing is probably going to be a little bit harder. So that's quite huge. We hope, of course, that the nurses will get the support that they need. They have been they are very unhappy with their own conditions, and I think they kind of deserve higher pay. But that's only me. Also, we had like very few new COVID cases past days. It's the same almost like in May, but we had like 6 days without COVID. But then there was like one. So we're not like in New Zealand. You saw it probably in the news today. They think they're COVID free. We are like almost there, but they're always like this one guy or one woman. Also, Icelandic, they are actually they announced today that they are gonna fly to 11 places from 15th of June. And these places are Copenhagen in English, it's Berlin in Germany, München, Amsterdam in Netherlands, Zurich, Frankfurt, Paris, London, Stockholm, Oslo and Boston. Oslo and Boston, yeah, that sounds quite similar, right? Also, we're gonna have 6 foreign airlines that will also fly to Iceland. These are the Atlantic Airways, Czech Airlines, Icelandic, SAS, Transavia and Wizz Air. And other places that we will go to are the Faroe Islands, Prague, they will also do Copenhagen, Amsterdam and Milano in Italy. So this is quite interesting. It means that we are opening up everything. There will be several airlines that will fly from and to here, and we have like a lot of cities, so it feels like it's going to be easy to come here. Also, we are, of course, more or less COVID free. We had a rally like I told you about this, the protest for Black Lives Matter the other day, and there were like 3,500 people attended to the rally, which is 1% of the nation actually. Which is quite something. So there was a lot of support there, but also people were criticized, like, why were there so many at the same place? The epidemiologist actually, Alec Víðir, which is like, he's the head of civil guard, he said, like, I mean, it doesn't seem that, I mean, it was not ideal, but it's very unlikely that anybody's gonna catch COVID-19 there, and it hasn't, and we haven't gotten there yet. It's really raining here. It's like, I don't know, like, it's good for the grass and everything, but yeah, I don't like the rain, to be honest. Also, and this is the funnier thing, we have to be a little bit positive in the end, right? Sigurður Ingi Jóhannsson, he is the chairman of the Progressive Party. He actually was very offended a few months ago when the movie The Laundromat came out. You remember this movie? It's about the Panama Papers, and Iceland had a huge role in this movie. Well, in the Panama Papers, not in the movie though. But the interesting thing is that in the movie, which was produced on Netflix and was like incredibly popular also, I think Gary Oldman was in it, and Antonio Banderas, and you name it. Quite a mess, the movie though, if you want to ask me as a critic. But in the movie there was like a small, like 2 seconds where they show this news from Iceland. It said like the new prime minister is in Iceland because our prime minister at the time, Sigmundur Davíð, he was actually in the Panama Papers and had to resign afterwards, after we had like the biggest protest in Iceland history, I think, at the time. But the thing is, like Sigurður Ingi was in the picture, so it was very like confusing. It felt like he was Sigmundur Davíð because they were in the same party, but Sigurður Ingi is actually the one that ended up taking being like the prime minister for a short amount of time. So what Netflix did after that, Sigurður Ingi actually sent them a letter. They cut out the scene. It's like 2 seconds, doesn't really matter. But if you watch this movie right now, you will not see the scene with Icelandic Prime Minister quitting or resigning as it was. So I mean, yeah, it's quite hilarious actually. It's a joke in Iceland. I think it's funny because Progressive Party is what it is. It's in the government right now and they're doing fine actually. So it's like they're not very controversial anymore. But yeah, so what's happening in Iceland right now is we are opening everything up. It's $113 if you want to get the test, which is, I think, for at least some countries could be a bargain. It's not unsimilar to what Austria is doing. So also, yeah, the weather is it's nice. It's warm at least. Polly is happy about this. Remember our High Five Club? We still need some support from there. We are not up to, I think we're close to 400, but we really want to get to 500, and the dream goal is 1000. Well, if you like this, then please support us. Also, if you don't want to pay like some amount every month, we understand that, and we're not, I mean, if you like it, then go for it, of course, but we understand if you don't, then you can always go to our shop, check out, like, we have a collection of books, t-shirts, raincoats, and a lot of things. And if you do not like to do anything of this, then just subscribe, like, share, write a comment, and yeah, but just be nice about it. That's the only thing. Okay, a good Art. Art actually has an umbrella. He didn't want to give me that. He said it's because of the technology or something. Can I show you? No, let me. You're never gonna let me show him. But thank you and goodbye and see you next time.